Hyundai has just launched its first electric vehicle onto the Australian market, the Ioniq, spelt with a Q at the end. The Ioniq is slightly shorter but a little wider and taller than the Hyundai Elantra, which is in the same class as the Toyota Corolla. I'd say the Ioniq has better space utilisation, especially for the rear seat passengers, than the latest Corolla. While you can get the Ioniq as a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid, Hyundai believes that the biggest sales, about 50% of the vehicles, will be the full electric vehicle. With two equipment levels, the Elite at $45,000 and the Premium at $49,000, all plus on-road costs, this makes the Hyundai the lowest priced electric vehicle on the market at the moment. Korea's senior executives would shudder at the thought of it being called the cheapest on the market because that evokes images of poor quality. Even the expression value for money suggests a compromise in the features to keep the price down. Nothing could be further from the truth, for while this electric vehicle is still dearer than a similar petrol vehicle, there is no question that it comes with a wide range of features for comfort, safety and efficient driving. The big issue in the minds of many people with electric vehicles is the range and the time to charge the vehicle. In both these areas, improvements have been made. The Ioniq has a range of around 230 kilometres, depending on how you drive, based on a full charge of the batteries. With the latest available high-powered charging station, you can replenish 80% of the battery power in 23 minutes. 80% of the charge would give you a range of around 180 kilometres, which clearly does not make it into a long-distance touring vehicle unless you are prepared to stop regularly and for a time a bit more than filling a petrol tank. The issue is, though, that this technology is developing very quickly, and there are systems that can deliver 350 kilometres of charge in 10 minutes, but at the moment the vehicles themselves are not capable of receiving this much energy at this rate. But we are typically considering this in the context of a long trip, which is not what most of the typical use will be for this car. At the moment, about 90% of charging is done overnight at home, or perhaps at a long stay location such as work, and obviously that's at a slower rate. But even in that, the Ioniq has things to help. It has an auto-link system that connects the car's smart computer to your mobile phone via Bluetooth, allowing owners to keep track of vehicle information and get more out of every drive. You can even set the time for recharging so as to take advantage of off-peak power rates, for example. The chance to be able to sit down quietly at home and go through those statistics is a great effort to help you manage and be familiar with, in the easiest possible way, the systems in your car and how to make the most of them. But let's not forget the features. In the area of safety, it has forward collision avoidance assistance, lane keeping assistance, driver attention warning, blind spot collision warning, rear cross traffic collision warning, and smart cruise control. For comfort and providing useful information, the vehicle has an 8-inch screen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a charging pad for your smartphone, heated and ventilated front seats, an Infinity 8-speaker premium audio system, and satellite navigation. We have driven the vehicle, but there's an embargo on talking about the drive experience for about a week. Will electric vehicles make an impact? Well, the last thing we really need is to debate it, as we have seen, in the typical political stance of whether it is left or right-wing politics. It's none of that. It is new technology that is booming around the world. And some Australian companies have developed some very good technology, but it is not being sold in Australia because we are just so far behind in encouraging and facilitating the adoption of this technology, which will only get better and better, and without doubt, among everything else, has a very clear advantage of reducing local pollution. Even if you come from the denial side of climate change, the fact remains quite clearly that electric vehicles reduce local pollution. And there is more than enough evidence that shows that the quality of a city and the health of its inhabitants are adversely affected by the pollutants that come from internal combustion engines. Australians have shown that they have the potential to create jobs and growth and business activity from clever development of new technologies.